Food insecurity has been a concern to international bodies, governments, and private organizations as they search for solutions. This becomes crucial as the World Bank recently said that it could take more than a century to eliminate poverty for nearly half of the world. This is startling, but a call for urgent action. Joining us now to explain why solving food insecurity in Nigeria can be achieved through agro real estate is Rotimi Ojamamoye, GMD Ascent Rise Limited. Good morning. Welcome to the morning show.
Good morning. My pleasure being here today.
All right. I already talked about food insecurity. It's a major challenge globally, especially in Nigeria, where agriculture plays a significant role in the economy. So, as a leader in the agro real estate sector, how does Asset Rise define its role in addressing food insecurity in Nigeria? And what specific initiatives have you implemented to combat this pressing issue?
Thank you so much. The urgency of solving this problem has become an emergency, but the truth is, we can't solve food insecurity as an emergency. It has to be a long-time implementation that will bring us a solution. So I'll share with you a basic story that I learned growing up with my father as a farmer. When I was 14, my father died, and we recall that all that we have to fall back to go to school, to be able to sustain the family, was his 100 acres of oil palm tree farm. He was not so educated, but that oil palm tree farm has spanned over years now, well over 30, 40 years, and is still sustaining us. We all went through school through that. Until today, the fourth generation, we still harvest palm oil and pay tuition. So how does that story narrate to us presently? If my father didn't plant those palm trees, we will be disrupted in life. Not have education, not have food on the table. And so we've learned from this that if we have to implement a solution to food security, it has to be a long-term solution with projects like what we have with the oil palm tree estate. And we started this about 5 years ago. In Ondo State, you have the Awolowo project, the 10,000 hectares of oil palm tree farm that has spanned over 40 years now. And then we took some acres in there and we learned from it and moved to Lagos State. And today in Lagos State, we've also been able to replicate that. And last year, it will be good for you to know that for the first time in the history of Lagos State, we delivered over 1 million tubers of yam cultivated in Lagos State. The norm has always been that there is no land in Lagos to farm. But the truth is, you go through Ekpe, you see vast hectares of land spanning and wasting. And then everybody is crying, there is no food, there is no food. So if we need to solve this problem, the agro real estate project is simple. Individuals and groups need to own land in hectares and acres and then cultivate and grow food for the nation. And we know that solving the problem is also economic benefit. So I'll tell you about the yam project, just like we're saying it now. For Lagos alone, Lagos requires over 300 million tubers of yam to sustain her over 20 million population. With an average of 10 tubers per household of 4.5 million. That's a huge amount, over ₦1 trillion economy to Lagos State from food alone. And that can create a lot of jobs, just like we have on that hectares of land. A lot of youth are employed in there, and also solve the challenge with food insecurity. And to get this initiative done, we've partnered with institutions like the IITA, the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture, and then we also partner with the Nigeria Society of Engineers presently, where we are launching our Agro Smart City solution, a 3,000 hectares project that consists of an oil palm tree farm spanning over 70% of the land, and you can see some of the palm trees already fruiting. And while these palm trees are growing, we intercrop yam, cassava, maize, and all in within. Now, the question will be, why the oil palm tree? We know that agriculture has a lot of challenges, especially in the south with our forests and the rest. The best crop that do better here, we have to focus more on them. The oil palm tree, it's a blessing to the south. And we've seen how this project has sustained some families. Today, you have the likes of the Okumo Oil, the Presco, doing so well in the Nigeria Stock Exchange with hectares and hectares.
Okay. So tell us more about this Smart City project, and can you elaborate? I mean, you've talking about the innovative features of all of this in the ecosystem, and how it contributes to increasing agricultural output and sustainability. Just take us through all of that. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So basically, this project involves a collaborative effort with every Nigerian. You can own units in acres and plots in hectares in the Agro Smart City that has been designated for this purpose. And then we plant for you and manage the plantation until it starts fruiting. Now, a greater part of this project is also the fact that the land is an asset that we appreciate into the future. So the land belongs to you outrightly, and then we practice agriculture on it, and you earn from the food being generated while we also solve the problem with food insecurity.
Okay.
Well, considering the focus on oil palm cultivation, particularly within the palm-rich estate, what makes oil palm farming such a lucrative and important industry in Nigeria? And who are the beneficiaries of this initiative?
Thank you. So the oil palm trend farming has a lot of benefits. Number one, it is a cash crop that is exportable. Today, Nigeria still import palm oil at over 350% of the palm oil consuming here. Industries in Nigeria, most of them, the cosmetics, the pharmaceuticals, still use oil palm. So both for domestic and industrial consumption, the palm oil is a very great project. So then for individuals who need to participate in this, the market is wide. Nigeria needs over 1.3 million metric tons per annum of oil palm for her needs. And so it is an opportunity for us to farm and make money. And also we can export the palm oil. You get palm oil, you have palm kernel oil, you have PKC that is being used for animal feed, and a lot more other things that come from the palm tree. And more importantly, it is a sustainable farming. You grow these trees, they fruit for over 50 years, and you plant once and forever. And then you keep harvesting per annum and making money from the oil palm tree. Now, while waiting for the palm trees to fruit, we then intercrop yam, cassava, maize to keep the entire land useful for high production.
All right, that sounds great. For Nigerians and potential investors looking to engage with the Agro Smart City project, how can they participate in these initiatives securely, and what benefits can they expect?
Thank you so much. I love that point, securely. So we've seen that a lot of our participation have been with both local and international bodies. Twice this year, I've been invited to the UK House of Parliament to discuss more about this, and we have some sponsorship already. We also partner with the NSE to map out the project for security. Then for individuals to benefit, we have a well-detailed brochure that you can ask for. You can call the numbers on the screen, also visit our website. We'll be able to send you the brochure that contains how you can participate in this project and solve the food insecurity project, food insecurity challenge, and also grow passive income for yourself in the midst of this whole inflation. Very more importantly is the fact that this palm tree can combat inflation. As of today, a keg of palm oil in Lagos is over 36,000 naira. And as of January, it was 15,000. So as we are experiencing inflation, food inflation is over 40.8%. So you can make more money from food, and also we feed the nation.
Okay, so as you're reaching out to investors, let's talk about insurance, in case things like this default. We also say because we're a media outfit, and because, a lot of people watch us for authenticity and fact. In case things like this default, what happens? How are people protected?
Great. So we have insurance covers on the land and also for the produce that come from the land in storage. The more importantly also is the fact that the real estate component of it is a greater security. Now, we've seen the system with agri-tech that failed with promises of I'll give you 40%, 30%, blah, 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 and the rest of them. But now the land belongs to you, is allocated, confirm the authenticity of the land, go to the ministry, confirm.
The land papers and everything.
Yes, the land belongs to you, are located, and you have the land document. What we are saying is that while you invest in real estate that we appreciate into the years, food can be cultivated on that same land to get you income.
So what are your insurance partners?
Okay, so we have the Nigeria Agro Insurance Corporation, and also we've done some insurance with Leadway Assurance, especially with our oil palm project for the storage of our oil palm. They protect only the storage of the oil palm, not the land. So we have different packages depending on the aspects of the project that we need to insure.
Okay. Well, what are your, parting words for persons who may be interested in investing in this area based on your experience and the prospects of profit?
Thank you. So we want to say to Nigerians that food insecurity is a collective challenge and it must have a collective solution. Individuals, Nigerians in diaspora, everyone can invest in agro real estate, own bits of lands, and let's cultivate food on it. So we are saying be a part of this solution and let's solve food insecurity together in Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Endeavor.